Hey there folks, Foggy here. Welcome to day 138 of my year of solo board gaming, considered by many to be ill-advised and stupid. We are playing another scenario out of the base game of Robinson Crusoe. The only expansion material that you see is this fine material being used to hold all the discovery tokens. We are already partially set up here. We may have to do a little bit of shuffling, but we're already partially set up. We're going to be playing with the cook this time. We're playing the scenario Jenny Needs Help. Essentially, this is a shorter scenario. It's only 8 rounds. But we have this lady, Jenny, who is, we've landed on an island. We're stuck there. But Jenny managed to land on an island that we can't quite get to. So we have to first build a raft. Then, after we've built the raft, we have to then build a lifeboat and get off the island. All in 8 rounds, which is going to be difficult. We are the cook, so we have a special item that we can try to build, and that is the fireplace. So I'm going to pull that out. Fireplace allows you to basically use food to heal. Set that aside, and then we'll go ahead and deal out 5 additional inventions that we can try to build throughout this. We start off with the shovel as the only thing that we can build. Can't build out anything else. So we're going to get a cellar maybe, which will be very handy to build. That is actually one of the best items that you can build. Belts and bed. Bed might be handy for when we get Jenny saved. We're going to draw a couple starting items. The only starting item that you cannot draw in this particular scenario is the storm glass setting, and that's because you actually don't have any weather dice at any point in this game. Despite the fact that a hurricane is coming, and you do have to be careful about that, the only dice that you're going to have to worry about is the red animal dice at some point. So the pistol will give us, oh, these are the same 2 that we got last time. Pistol will give us a temporary +3 as far as weapons go, and then we'll use blue dice for these. They tell you to use black dice, and my issue is that they gave you, like, that's it for black dice in the game. You're supposed to put one of those on every invention that you can build. You're supposed to put that on every ability that you are using. You're supposed to have 4 of those for these things. Like, you're supposed to have so many of them, and they gave you 14 total. That's it. And I have more than 4. I have 15 inventions at. So I'm just saying. And you're supposed to have, like, some of these up here. In fact, I'm supposed to have one of these up here for that. We have to reset our morale. That is still set up as really good from the last game. And then we're going to take some cards from here. We're going to shuffle this up. Because it is an 8-round game, we get 4 of each type. We get 4 of the book type, and we get 4 of the question mark type, for lack of a better definition. So we'll take these 4 here. Take another 4. In this case, the storms and the tikis do have effects. The books in this case, if you get an event card that has a book on it at the beginning, the book will, that means a hurricane is approaching and a storm hits the camp. You will lose 1 palisade. Now the problem is that early on, that basically means that you're going to get a lot of wounds, because you can't really get the palisade built until you get your shelter built, and it's just this whole thing. So our primary goal is get the shelter built as quick as we can. Then we're going to build palisades. This is actually probably the perfect one for the carpenter to have been on, and the first one was probably something that might have been better for not so much the cook. No, the cook would have been perfect for the first. I should have gone the other way around on these. I'm actually playing with the worst possible character. Not the worst possible. I'm going to switch back to carpenter because I'm here to have fun. So even though you already saw the carpenter. Each of these characters do have 2 sides to them. One the male side, the other the female side. So if we want, we could play with this character as the carpenter, but I like playing with the female side. We're going to keep that on there. Keep that there. It's no longer the fireplace. It's going to be the snare, which is helpful for food. All right. Snare comes out. All right, so that I think is going to work so much better. Don't at me. We got food whenever we need it. Well, I got food twice when we need it. That's it. Go ahead and clear this out, and we are ready to begin. All right, so the special rules for this. Let me read you the scenario notes. I'll just move that out of the way. You are castaways on a deserted island. Your situation is very difficult. But look over there. There's one of your shipmates, Jenny, trapped on a lonely rock in the middle of the ocean. You need to build a raft and go rescue her. And then you better hurry and build a boat to escape from this island. A hurricane is fast approaching. Jenny is kind of useless. She's just basically going to lose 2 wounds per night until you rescue her. At that point, she will gain the one thing that she can do is just rest. That's it. We're going to go ahead and give her the orange tie here, and once we rescue her, she'll join the board here, and we will need to make sure she is fed, so that is something that's important. So that's going to be tricky, but she does not affect how much we need to build. She does not affect anything like that. So we are playing still as a 1-player game, and still following all the rules for that. So the first thing that we do is we draw an event card, and we're going to get a question mark on here. Put all items in the future resources space. They are not available this round. Put them back on the board after the action phase. Fortunately, there's nothing near there yet. So, neener. And then we can either gather food or we can mend the tools. So that's something important to consider. I think the first thing that we want to do is, well, first of all, we want to increase morale because we're happy that we're alive. So we automatically get 1 determination. Then we go into our production phase. We're on a spot with food and wood, so we'll get both of those. We're then going to focus on... we can't build the shelter this round because I don't have enough resources to do that. So we will simply... The food's not going to help, unfortunately. I think what I need to do is I need to build the shovel because I want to get that cellar built. I want to explore, and I wanted to get all my exploration done now. Like, that's it. We're just going to explore the bejesus out of everything right now. I don't know what happened to the little... There we go. This should be on here. Little camping icon. And I think that's going to be it. I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to send... We're going to send him out to go get the Cataclysm. Take care of the Cataclysm stuff. So we'll do it that way. So we're going to go across this way. First of all, we're going to send Robinson out to go get, to basically deal with the tools. He does that. We're going to get a determination as a result. Next thing up, we're going to go hit the exploration, the building stuff. So we're going to try to build a shovel. We get determination, wound, and question mark. No question mark, but we're going to get one anyway. So we're going to spend 2 determination. And we're going to go ahead and use our ability to re-roll a brown die. There we go, victory. So we still suffer a wound, and we still have to deal with the adventure deck, but this comes off. Put a brown wound token on your character's arm. Shuffle this back into the event deck. Basically, this will cause 2 wounds later on if I do not have a cure in at the ready. Something to keep in mind. So for the raft, by the way, we have to build rope, and we have to have 2 wood available. And then with the raft, we have to do an exploration to go rescue Jenny. With the lifeboat, we need 6 wood, rope, knife, and 4 skins. Don't. So that's gonna be tricky. So there we go. That's all shuffled up. We're going to take the shovel and move that up into the future area. We're now going to do exploration. We'll do Robinson and the dog first. All right, and this is our first chance to explore tiki stuff. So the tiki stuff all has numbers associated with it. So this is number 1. All right, let's go through bit by bit. We're going to do the beast. Added to the hunting deck. We have found hills, so anything with a hill icon is now available. That's going to be the pot. That's going to be the bricks. It is also going to be nothing else. Nothing else that will affect. We're going to get 2 discovery icons, and finally, the player that explored the tile with this icon gets 2 wounds. So poor Friday goes from full health, which I forgot to set him at, to 2 wounds, which is half his health. That's not good. Sorry about that, Friday. +1 Palisades. That is huge. Even though we don't have a camp yet. And then this is pistol, which is temporarily +3 for weapons. So that's kind of huge. That'll really help. Because one of the things that will start happening near the end of the game is that we will start getting the animal die, and we will need to be worried about that. Now, as far as the exploration goes, I will try to explore over here. And I am successful, but I get a wound. All right, we'll flip this. We've got one more beast for the deck. We've got 2 more discovery icons. And we can now build anything that requires grass. And that is actually really important because we need that for the rope and for the cure. So this will be turn pot into health and turn pot into 2 weapon. That will go here. And I come back over here. All right, and that should be everything. We have fully completed all of our actions. We'll go ahead and resolve these. These we can't do anything with. This is a pistol. We can't do anything with that. This gets set to that. And this will allow us to have 1 palisade. Which is good because if we get a book icon on the next card, we have to then worry about that being -1 palisades for us. The next tiki will give us 2 negative arrows, basically push our morale back twice. The third one allows us to turn rope, to discover rope, essentially. And then the balloon rack will give us 2 felt. So the first 2 tikis are negative, the next 2 are positive. We do not want to move from here, though. I think that is where we want to keep our camp. So we're going to start the weather phase. There's nothing in the weather phase that we have to worry about. We have no tokens, no dice. We'll go on to the night phase. The night phase is we have to eat, so we're going to eat the food. And then we are going to sleep. We have no shelter, so we will lose 1 health. We've lost 3 so far. And then perishable food. We have no perishable food, so none of that's going to get thrown out. And then we move on to day 2. Jenny is going to lose 2 health during the night phase. I need to remember that. All right, so that's that. What I'm wondering is, so I think I'm going to go out and have, well, first of all, we're going to do I'm already planning the action phase. We have 3 phases to go before that. All right, draw 3 beast cards from the beast deck. Choose the one with the greatest strength and put it on top of the hunting deck. All right, that's not good. In addition, we also lose 1 palisade because of the book icon. 6, 6, and 1. So I think what we want to do is we want to go with the bear because we can't go with the cheetah. It's lower strength. But this one actually has skin for us to get. The alligator just has food. And I think we want to go here with the bear. We'll put these down on the bottom. And that is going to go on top of the hunting deck. This will go here. And we need fire to deal with it. Now we're going to go to the morale. We raise our morale by 1 because we're alive, and every day that we're alive is a good day. We're going to get 2 determination from that. And then we're going to go to production. We're going to produce 1 food and 1 wood. There we go. And so we've got a lot of building, I think, that we're going to do. And we're going to focus mostly on building and dealing with this stuff. So I want to build shelter, but I also want to build a cellar. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to build both of those. We're going to need 2 wood for the cellar, but we'll deal with that when we get there. And we're going to send Robinson out to get food, and then we're also going to send him hunting. And I know what you're thinking. This could be really bad because we can only get +3. But we can use the pistol twice. We can use this pistol to give us 6. That will actually defeat the bear. And if I can get the cellar built, I'll have a place for food. So I think all of that is really good. The biggest area where this is going to be a problem is I have no weapon. And we know that it's going to be -1 as far as the weapon goes. And so according to the law of unavailable resources, I will lose 1 health because of that. But I'm okay with losing 1 health because of that. Given everything else that we're going to get as a result. Yeah, I think that's how we're going to do this. All right. So everything is done. We have plotted out our machinations here. We're going to gain 1 food and resolve that card. We're going to go hunting. We know exactly what's on top of the hunting. We'll go ahead and use both pistols. Just knock that out right away. We're going to lose 1 weapon, but we can't lose any weapon because we have no weapon, so we'll go down 1 in terms of health. We're going to gain 5 food, which really means I need to build that cellar. And these all go here. They don't go in. These are future resources. We're also going to get 2 skin. Then the bear is defeated. We're going to go on to building. For the building, I'm going to start with the cellar first. I think that that is the more important one. And victory and a wound. So we take 1 wound, but we also pass over the morale mark. And then that is now built. So this will go into future resources. We now have... Basically, this makes all perishable food non-perishable. It is a huge resource, to say the least. We're now going to go ahead and build our shelter. We are successful, but we do take a wound. So we're going to use 2 wood for that, but we get to turn that over this. And this will come back here. So now we've built everything. We've got shelter. We've got the hunting is done. We got food up the wazoo. So we're going to put the shelter face down like that, so it's on its item side. We're going to move all this here. We suddenly have a ton of food. We've got 2 food from the biscuits. We got food all. Like, this is just great. This is awesome. None of it's perishable now. Like that's just amazing. All right, so we're going to enter the nighttime phase. The weather phase first. There's nothing in here. We don't have anything to roll. And we're going to go to nighttime, which means that we eat some food. We have shelter. We're not going to get a wound from that. Jenny is, however, going to drop down by 2 wounds. And then that is the end of the phase. We're not going to move the camp. We're going to keep the camp right there. That is a great place to have the camp. I think we still have 1 more exploration that we have to do, and that is to find a mountain range. And I'm wondering if it might not be a bad idea to move out to here while we can. We don't have any palisades. We don't have any roof. We're not going to get any food, but I think I'm okay with that. We kind of need to get some mountain area explored. We're not going to do that this round. We're going to focus. We're going to go to the 3rd round, draw an event card, and see where we go. So we're going to get negative wound because we don't have any palisades. Put V on the building action field. During the next build, you have to re-roll a victory. All right. So this is going to be tricky. We're then going to go up by 1. We're going to get 2 determination. We are going to produce 1 wood, 1 food. We need to start thinking about, we need to get the rope built. So yeah, oh, and I forgot to indicate that those were available to us. We have the bed that we can build, we have the cure, and we have the rope. So I think I'm going to go ahead and build the rope. And I feel like that is a necessity, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We are going to have Friday and the dog go out and explore. We're going to go out and have Friday and myself, we're going to build up the palisade by 1. And I'm going to go ahead and use 3 resources to give myself an extra building action this round. And I should have moved that over. So that we can deal with that. And I think that's everything. All right, so now we're going to execute our actions. So this is going to be a problem on the next round, unfortunately. We're going to have to fight a beast. It's c'est la vie. We are going to get to the building actions. We do not have to worry about this round because we're successful on building both of them. We have enough people there. So we're going to build the rope. which is very significant. We're going to build the palisades in exchange for one of these furs. Everybody's going to come back. Give up that. And then we're going to go ahead and explore. And we found more grass, which does not do us any good, unfortunately. We found the second icon, which is basically the cemetery. It lowers our morale by 2. We're going to get 1 discovery token, which is going to be +1 weapon. That'll be important. All right, and that is the end of the action round. So now we're going to go on to the weather phase. There's still nothing in weather that we have to worry about because we're only on round 3. For the night phase, we're going to eat 1. Lower Jenny's health by 2. We do need to get out to her pretty soon. She's only going to last 2 more rounds. And then sleeping, we are in shelter. We can move the camp if we want. We are going to move the camp. Now, we don't worry about lowering the palisades in this case because you lower it down by half, rounded down. So since 1 divided by 2 is 1/2, rounded down to 0, it stays at that level. The reason that we're moving there is because I still want to move out to here to get the knife. We're going to need the knife at some point. Perishable food, we don't have to worry about that because we have the cellar. These all come down here. We'll go ahead and get the +1 from the weapon. We'll go ahead and get the rope as built. Draw this, and we're going to get a question mark on the gathering field. Half of roof or palisade rounded down, which again is not going to do anything to us, but we are going to get the negative effect of this. So we have to draw the top card of the hunting deck and fight the beast. We still have the pistol left, and it's birds. It's birds. We have enough weapon to deal with that. We don't lose any weapon as a result, and we gain 2 food. That is awesome. That is about as best as it could have gone. It's an amazing result. All right, we're then going to go to morale. We are still alive, so we're happy, and we're going to gain 1 as a result of this. We are going to go ahead and get some production. We're going to get food and wood. We have to build the raft this round. We need 2 wood for that. We need 1 rope. We're going to send... I'm going to go out and deal with the raft myself. We're going to go out and have Friday deal with the hurricane. He's going to need 1 wood for that. And I have a way to deal with that. I'm going to discard this, and then that way I only need that to deal with that. And then we're going to send out Friday and the dog to go exploring, and that should do it. So moving from left to right, Friday takes the 1 wood, makes repairs, discard this card, and get +1 roof or palisades. We're going to go ahead and take the palisades because we won't really need we won't really need roofs in this particular scenario. We're going to go on to building. I don't need to re-roll because I'm using 2 people for that. I only lose 1 wood, and now the raft is built, which means on the next round I can send somebody out to go get Jenny, which is good because she's getting pretty low. Then we have an exploration. We've sent 2 people out for that, so we don't need to worry about anything there. And we found river. We're going to add a beast to here. We're going to take 3 discovery this time, and we're going to indicate that anything using the wood, anything that uses river, is now available to us, which would be great, except we kind of needed a mountain, and I don't want to move the shelter because at this point we will lose palisades, but that means that we're going to need 1 extra person for exploration. So treasure, the X, which is 2 wood, which is great, and wood, so a lot of wood. Okay, so this all goes into the future resources. We are all done with our activities, so we'll move all this into the future resources, to the available resources. This is simply going to be 3 wood. It's a lot of wood. We're then going to unlock a treasure. Compass, gain 1. That is exactly what we needed. We needed this. We're going to put this right here. We basically now have an extra pawn to use for exploration, which we need so that we can explore this, this, and this, and still just use Friday and the dog. That's huge. Okay, so we're going to go to the end of the round. Have we done 4 or... I don't want to look at these yet. I'm kind of thrown as to whether or not we're on 4th or 5th round. We've had 4 of these event cards come up, so that was round 4. I forgot to advance this last time. I'm very bad. We're now on round 5, which means we now have the animal die that we have to deal with. All right, so we're going to get a question mark on the exploration. Randomly choose one of the 3. And again, I don't know what this is. I did not look. I've not actually had that much time. So I'm going to actually draw a replacement. Okay, troubles in the camp. That goes away. During the production phase of this round, you get no wood. All right, well, that sucks. We do get food, though. We need food. We actually don't need food anymore. I can put a person and the shovel out and get... So yeah, we've got a couple things that we need to deal with on the event horizon. First of all, our morale is going to go up. We're going to get 2 of these determination tokens. Put that off to the side. I don't need that anymore. So now what are we going to do? We have to send somebody out to explore on the raft. We have to send somebody over to deal with this. We've got a bunch of things that we got to do. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to send all of these folks out over here to explore this area so that is guaranteed. We're then going to send Friday out to deal with one of these. Doesn't really matter which one. I think we want that first one done. I don't think we really care about that second one. And what I'm debating is whether or not to just simply send both of me out to go deal with getting Jenny back. And I forgot to lower Jenny by 2. I think what I want to do is I also want to build... I think I want to build that bed. So I'm going to do that. I know that I'm going to have to get through that with the exploration. So we're going to do that. We're going to take some chances here. And I think we're going to be good. Because I think what that does is it means that with the bed in place, it means that when Jenny's resting, she will get +2 wounds. So she'll be less likely to die off. If that makes any sense. But yeah, let's go ahead and do this. We're starting on the left here. That is now resolved. And we get 1 determination for it. We're going to try to build a bed. There's just me. We get V, question mark, and heart, but I have to re-roll the victory, and I get the 2 determinations. So that can go off to the side. I'm going to use 2 determination to re-roll. Can only do this once. Victory. There we go. All right, so I still suffer a wound. I still have to do a question mark. While working, you hear some scary howling coming from the bushes. After a while, the predator goes away. Shuffle this into the event deck. So we will potentially have something come out and attack us. But I am successful, so yay. So the bed goes up here. Next we've got exploration. We may as well do my exploration first. Alright, I do get the question mark, which I had to do anyway. Shuffle this into the event deck. This will potentially put a storm in the weather space, which will cause us to need a lose a palisade. Honestly, not the worst thing in the world. But I am successful. So as a result... Oh, crud. So I was supposed to lose a wound, actually. I still had to draw that, but instead I don't know. I think I might have screwed that up. But I have rescued Jenny. Jenny is now safe. She will simply occupy that spot where the bed is. She will not lose any health this round, though. So that is done. We now need to build a lifeboat, which means that we need the knife. So first things first, we're going to explore. We have mountains. Hoorah. All right, so we've got a couple things going on here. We're going to add a beast here. We're going to get a discovery token. We need felt. We need a lot of felt. That is going to get rid of a rain cloud at some point. That is allow us to turn the rope invention to its invention side, which we already did. We're going to now be able to build anything that requires mountains. And so pretty much that's it. So we're going to put this back here. That's going to be the compass. And I feel like what we want to do is continue to explore because we want to find this balloon wreck to give us 2 more felt. 2 more skins, 2 more furs, I should say. But that is everything for the round. We now go on to the weather phase. We do now have the animal die to roll. We're going to lose 1 food. We go on to the nighttime phase. We now have 2 people eating food. Both myself and Jenny. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Just dropped a food onto the floor, like the slob that I am. And we then go to moving camp. We don't want to move camp. We're going to be fine right there. We sleep. We've got shelter. And then perishable food. Discard any perishable food unless you have the cellar, which we do. So we're good. We're going to move that up to 6. And now we're going to draw an event card. This is going to lower our palisades. Choose any 2 sources on the island adjacent to your camp. Cover them with squares. They are exhausted. We will go ahead and do this one and this one. We do not care. This is going to slide over here. This is going to slide over here. We're then going to go to morale. This goes up by 1. We've now got 2 morale. Let's see. Oh, and this should have come here, and this should have come here. Sorry. Let's see. What else do I need to do? Production. We're going to get 1 food, 1 wood. Let's figure out where we are. We need 6 wood total, and I can use my ability to basically allow me to do that with 1 less wood. We have the rope. We do not have the knife. We need to build the knife first, and then on the next round we need to build the lifeboat. So what I'd like to do is try to get to the point where I can build the lifeboat. I'm trying to think of what I can do. I'm going to send myself to build the knife, and I'm going to put 2 people on it. I'm going to put Friday. I'm going to have Friday go deal with the fire. And I'm going to send Friday along with the dog to go explore 1 more area. And I think that's the best I can do right now. So let's go ahead and start dealing with these. I'm going to use Friday to deal with that. Get the determination back. Then we build. I'm going to be building the knife, which will give us +1 weapons when it gets built. Then we explore. And we have found the last of the tikis, which means that we're going to get 2 felt out of this, 2 fur. We're also going to get a discovery icon. That's really important because I think now we can just build. So we still need 1 round to get 1 more fur. Unless this is fur. This is fur. This is fur. That can be fur. Okay. So we're at the end of the round. We're going to use this. We've got 1 weapon. That gets converted into... I'm actually kind of curious if that's supposed to be like lose 1 weapon or just simply if you have 1 weapon. If the weapon level is at least 1, you can exchange this token for 1 fur and 1 food. That is exactly what we need. And then we have the knife. We still do not have enough wood. That is my concern. I should have made sure that we had some wood coming in that round. All right, so we have to roll this. That's nothing, so good. We're going to eat 2 food, and we don't have to worry about anything else. And then this is the last round. Or actually, we're on round 7. So we're going to pull this out. This is going to give us that on exploration, and we're going to get 1 rain cloud, which fortunately we have something to deal with. So that's good. That'll go over there. We're going to then go ahead and move that up. We will go ahead and get 2 determination. We're going to get 1. Oh, actually, yeah, we're going to be able to do this round. All right, so we are going to send my carpenter off. She will use 2 determination to be able to use 5 wood instead of 6. We will go ahead and just simply, yeah, that's enough because we needed 4 fur, 5 wood. We needed a rope. We needed a knife. That's it. We've won the game. Yay. I could go through the rest of it. Obviously, there's no need to. With the production resources there, that gives me enough to actually do what I need to do. But if we do want to go through the rest of it, I can just simply have everybody rest. I can have Friday go build this, be off there, while I go rest twice. Everybody's going to get some resources now and get nice and healthy. I'm going to get nice and healthy too. And then that's it. We go through the round, the weather phase. We can roll this. We have to fight a beast of weapon strength 3. We have a pistol of 3. Use that pistol. We defeated the beast. We have a rain cloud on the horizon. Oh no, we don't. We found an umbrella. There we go. That's done. We need some food. We need to eat some food before we go. There we go. There's our food. And that's it. That is the game. And we managed to win. Yay. Jenny needs help. Jenny got help. And Jenny will not be back tomorrow, but I will. And I'll see you then.